When I was just 5 years old, this was the car. It wasn't a Lamborghini and it wasn't even a Ferrari. It was this, a Dodge Viper. Now, I didn't understand much about horsepower, I didn't understand much about torque. In fact, I don't think I really understood much at all. All I knew was, this car looked pretty fun. Now back then, this car was just a toy. But today, it's just a couple of hours away. So I'm gonna go and see if that 5-year-old me had good taste. Today we're heading down to Noel Hill Garage to go and collect another car. Now over the last year we've collected some really cool cars on this channel, and we're really trying to build the coolest car collection, and I've been super grateful to be able to collect cars that I never thought I would ever even own. But this car in particular is that little bit more special. It's a car that technically I've wanted for 20 years, and there's not a lot in the fleet that I have, or even cars that I could buy that I can honestly say that for. So today is a pretty special day. Now, around a year ago, we actually bought a C6 Z06 Corvette, and the thing is an absolute beast. We tuned it all the way to 650 horsepower, but it's still just not quite crazy enough. So I started browsing the market for something of a similar era, something that little bit more extreme, something like this. My dream car isn't exactly the common type. It's not something that you can just find or buy, so when I found it, it was go time. Well, here it is. It's quite a surreal moment being here. Just knowing what's underneath and how long I've been waiting, really, for this. So we're gonna have a bit of delayed gratification with revealing it. We're gonna send the money first, while it just sits under the cover and looks pretty, because that's a rule of thumb for life. Do the hard stuff first and then enjoy yourself. The reason why it came around was I spoke to my dad about when I was younger, like what cars did he remember me like playing with or talking about. Yeah. And the only car that he ever really remembered, because he's not hugely into them, so he was never pushing any cars onto me, was a Dodge Viper. Oh, okay. And he didn't know why, and I don't think I knew why at the time. Nice, cool. But for that reason and that reason alone, we've got to collect one, right? Yeah. So yeah, that was kind of the motive behind it. Okay, let's reveal the Dodge Viper then. Damn, the paint, it's so bright, so bright. The plate's cool, the pizza wheels, wow. It's so big for a Dodge Viper, that's the first thing. So much bigger than I actually expected. Wow, I actually don't have many words. It's so cool. The wide arch and everything, wow. It's the first one I've ever seen in real life. Insane. No traction, no ABS, no airbags. This thing is not going to save your life if you muck it up. In fact, this thing will make it worse. So being a 1995 car, this is the Mark II. In my eyes, the one that made the Viper famous. An 8-litre V10 American muscle, 400 horsepower, which in 1995 was absolutely nuts. I think it's like 600 and something Newton meters of torque, no stability control, no traction, no ABS, no airbags. But I think that's what makes the Viper so special. The fact that the journalists at the time were too nervous to even review it. I think that's where ultimately the whole stigma around this being a beast and being so cool and fun to own, because it just doesn't give a shit. It will kill you if you aren't able to drive it properly, and I think that's what makes it so thrilling. For me, this car is just so iconic. From the opening scene of Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, to Jeremy Clarkson's first review, to the top trump cards, it's just amazing. It literally looks like it's out of a video game. The first thing I'm picking up on is the size of this bonnet. It is way too long. There is no way that from that driver's seat you can see the end of this car. It's literally 6 miles long. And speaking of the front end, this is probably my least favorite view. What the hell are these headlights? I believe they actually made the front end around the headlight, and they don't even look good. What a pointless decision that was. Oh, the exhaust is actually on the side. That's kind of nuts. I think I've actually heard about these. There's a sign somewhere that says, watch out, you may get a 3rd-degree burn if you touch the exhaust, but it's like where your foot would go. Speaking of which, how does one get in, there's no door handle. So I guess you just have to reach in. I suppose that's okay because there's no windows either. You don't get a window. Period. It does not come with a window. There is no button, there is no roller, you do not get a window. So I suppose you can always reach in and undo the door handle, which means you don't need an exterior door handle. What a weird thing. But yeah, there's no way that you're getting out of this wide car without burning your leg. And the rear, I mean, this is the iconic view for me. However, what's bugging me is that I've just realized how similar it looks to an MX-5. Everybody's going to presume that this is a Mazda MX-5, and that sucks because I don't like the MX-5. The first thing I notice getting in is how big it actually is in here. It's a little cramped in the driver's seat, but there is so much space. Look at the size of the center console. Very American. For such a small car, it's actually really, really big. It really is just a heap of junk in here. The doors, all the materials is literally a junk. This is straight off an arcade game. So normally you would have your feet directly below like the steering wheel, but in here, that's where the center console is. So your feet have to go like off to the left. I mean, the clutch all the way over there, it's in a completely different postcode to the rest of the car. And it's so far down, but you can't move any closer because of the steering wheel. At least we're able to enjoy the sun with an open top. I believe it has a roof, but it looks a bit like a crashed hang glider. So we're probably gonna keep it off because it does not look good with the roof on. And I would say I'd just put my windows up and have a hot little cabin, but there aren't any windows, so I fear it's gonna be quite a windy journey home. As is unfortunately the case in a lot of these cars in the fleet, there is no cup holder, despite there being a perfect place for the cup holder. The guy at the time designing the car decided that because he won the previous award for the best cup holder and he didn't think that matched the vibe he wanted to bring for the Dodge Viper, he thought, you know what, we're not having a cup holder. So now I've got no cup holder space, which means I can't drink my coffee. The seatbelt's an interesting one as well. So where's the seatbelt? Do we have seatbelts? Probably doesn't come with seatbelts. Josh, does it come with seatbelts? I mean, you'd sure hope so. But where does one find the seat? Is it in the door? Oh, it's over here.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay, well that's okay. That's better than on the door. Because the door made no sense. That's not so bad. Inside my shed-made interior, we've got a tape player in which we've got a Shirley Bassey playlist. Or, no, not a playlist. What do you call these? They're just tapes, right?
Tracks.
Yeah.
It's an album. But
Cassette. What's the difference between cassette and tape?
Cassette thing.
Oh.
But you have an Hour of Pleasure by Shirley Bassey. So
it's a shame that we've got 2 hours home. That means an hour in silence. We've reached the end of the tape already. How do you rewind the tapes?
it's normally quite simple.
Oh, that's quite comfortable.
Man of my age, I should be used to tapes really, shouldn't I?
Did they have tapes in the 60s? So what we're confirming right now is that we did have a tape player. We now no longer have the tape player.
Fast forward. Imagine us by the seaside here together. We can't have a glass of wine, it's got to put it.
This is pretty good, man.
It is. It's a moment, isn't it?
I feel like the girl on this side. I'm quite impressed with the sound system.
I don't think I've ever heard it.
Well, we just all heard it for the first time. We shared the moment together, chaps.
Are we going for a cold start?
Yes, we are going for a cold start. That was what we did before we got into Shirley Bassey. Where is the exhaust? Ah, I'm stood at the back, but the exhaust is at the side. Yeah, man, let's go. Foot all the way down on the clutch, Mr. Tim. Well, that sounds... Sounds nasty, that does. The car is shaking. So if you've put the windows up and locked the car, is that the end of that?
No, the windows have got zips on.
Of course they have.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
we did. Of course they've got zips. We should have known. We should have known. We should have known.
We can't put the windows up because it doesn't have windows.
No, I know, but you can slot windows in, like plastic ones. Oh my God, bro! You slot windows into a slot that moves. Also, I'm presuming the windows are from the same arcade that the steering wheel's from, because I know that's not real. How is that OEM? That actually is OEM, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. The seats are nice. Yep. Nope, that's about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
My hair, obviously,
Your hair might blow. Your hairline might be on show.
So basically, before we test drove this car, I probably had hair. It's pushed my hairline back.
I forgot my hat today, so I could have yet another video with a peak hairline. If you're enjoying following the journey, trying to create the coolest car collection, or you're new here, then subscribe to the channel because I really appreciate it and it makes it much easier for me when I'm trying to master this whole content game. Let's take this thing out for its first drive. Here she is then, Dodge Viper. I can't even see the end of the bonnet. It is so long. Whoa. Oh yeah. Does it suit me? Yeah? First observations, it's very, very, very strange. Like, very strange. The gas, the 80% of the pedal doesn't work. Only the bottom little bit works, which is very weird because put my foot to the floor and literally nothing happens. You might be able to see on this camera. Oh, there we go. I get a little bit. If I go too high, look, nothing happens. I have to go really, really low. Okay. Feed the gas in a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. It's not easy to drive. A lot of wind is going on in here as well. All the warmth that was in the sky today has gone. All of it's gone. I'm absolutely freezing. I have to put the gas with my toe. Like, I have to point my foot and like point my toe into it. It's the only way to give it gas. Because if I just put my foot down, nothing happens. Like, I'm gassing right now, nothing's going on, and then I point my toe, stick it in, and I get the gas. Woo! Oh, the gear changes are pretty weird. Well, very weird. Like everything in this car. Okay, we're gonna try and put the gas all the way. Find second. Point my toe. Oh! Whoa! She sounds insane! It just feels exactly like the car I always imagined, and that is quite surreal because it's not often you live your dream exactly as you imagined it, but we are. The experience in the cabin is actually not that bad until you get to some speed. I've just gone onto a dual carriageway. Now is when it's starting to get a little unpleasant because the wind is just flying in from every direction. I can't really hear anything. I can't even hear my Shirley Bassey anymore. Oh yeah, I can.
I'm broke. That's okay. Hey, California, it's cold.
So I can hear Shirley Bassey, but I can't hear much else. I can't hear myself. I can't even really hear the engine too much. And what doesn't help is the heaters are only available for your feet. You can get cool air only on your face, and you can get hot air only on your feet. So my feet and my toes are lovely and toasty, but the rest of me is absolutely freezing. I'm comfortable though. I am genuinely comfortable. The driving position is weird, but it's kind of nice. You enjoy it. And my arm kind of rests on here, my other arm kind of rests on here, and I'm just, my hands naturally sit on the steering wheel. The gearbox, slightly strange being left-hand drive, right hand on the gear stick because it's my first time, but it is exactly what I wanted from this car. Everything it sounds a little cliche, but everything I literally dreamed of is here in full effect. Just listen to this. Woo-hoo! That is unbelievable. In some ways, the only thing I can compare it to is the Corvette. In other ways, the only thing I can compare it to is the 993 Turbo, which is quite strange. We have a 993 Turbo, an absolutely amazing car. It's more cams than it is mine, but I have had the chance to drive it quite a lot, and that car in itself is amazing, but that's for a different day. The cabin and the experience, although of course is much nicer in there, does feel similar to this. and it's the same era. It was a 1998 car, this is a 1995 car, so you can understand where the similarity comes in. They're both around 400 horsepower. This is obviously much bigger, but inside, although the cabin feels big, the car feels small, if that makes any sense. But it does feel special. It has totally lived up to expectations. Absolutely amazing. The glove box keeps flying open and I feel like I'm going to lose all my papers. All my important Dodge paperwork, the full service history is going to be lost on the M40.
Moon River, wider than a mile.
So do we think that 5-year-old me had good taste? Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, yeah.
And I think as well, it's like it's aged so well. It looks modern to think how old the car is.
Yeah.
So maybe 5-year-old you was the visionary.
I never thought that silver pizza 3-spoke alloys on huge tyres that are way too big for 17 inches would look so good.
No, I agree. What other wheels would you fit to that car?
That's what I mean.
Any aftermarket wheels are going to ruin it, aren't they? I don't think them wheels look good on any other car in the fleet, though.
Imagine them on literally anything else.
Anything else. So what's it like to drive? Is it everything you hoped it would be?
Yeah, I think so. What 5-year-old me didn't consider was that I would need to be 7 foot long and literally like this to reach anything. When I press the gas like this, nothing happens. You literally have to point and press.
Okay.
Which 5-year-old me didn't think about
No.
having quite short legs. But aside from that, it was actually a really fun experience. It was totally and utterly wild. Nothing in the fleet like that, honestly.
Does it feel that raw as well, having, like, it's literally got no assistance, has it?
Nothing.
It's got nothing.
No ABS, no stability control, no traction control, no airbag if it all goes wrong, which it won't.
What's it like with being, obviously it's left-hand drive, which is different anyway, but also manual and left-hand drive. When a lot of the other stuff in the fleet, I know you've gone manual recently, but a lot of it is obviously
I've done a lot of
PDK.
manual, I've done a lot of left-hand drive, but it's my first time doing left-hand drive manual.
Yeah.
And actually that's quite a weird motion with your right hand because unless you've done it, you've never done that before.
Okay.
So that was quite weird. But again, it's nice. It makes it different. It's what makes that car stick out for me. You know, one thing I actually really want to know is where in the fleet does this fit for you? Because you've been with me since we went and collected an SVJ Roadster, all the new Porsche 911s, a Fiesta ST, the Nova, the Formula X. You've kind of been around for all of it. So where does this fit for you?
I think it's hard to see where it fits because it's not really, you can't compare it to anything really. I suppose the Vet, but that's only because they're really American. They're still two very different cars, although the Vet is still raw, they're different. I don't know, it's where it fits.
That's kind of the problem. I don't know.
We don't know. But
Unfortunately, where it probably isn't going to fit is the garage.
No, we get to, we'll come across a solution with that somehow. I think it will just have to be the weekend car because I don't think it'll be able to go to the office very much in the car. Because are you really going to do the roof?
No,
the
I'm
windows.
going to get rained on. Someone's going to steal it. It's just not a useful car daily.
Although you're not into the collecting the cars, the car fleet is used, which is why you like it to be so diverse. You are a person that drives every single car in the fleet. This might be one that does get put away in the garage as your childhood dream car and does get brought out every now and again.
I actually think that for the first time ever, that's a thing that could happen.
Yeah, it might be a bit more of a garage queen than things like the SVJ that should be the perfect garage queen, really. It will definitely be used.
It's nice though, we open up the garage queens and we see a buggy, a Formula X and a Dodge Viper.
This is true.
That's a weekend of fun.
It is weekend of fun. A very different fun as well.
And you know what? It's not even that bad of an investment. I can't see that car dropping in value. If anything, I think that's probably going to go up. Definitely. It's just a case of, it's not about, that's the thing with a lot of these cars, like they will appreciate in value. The troubling thing is you won't be able to sell it. The market for one of these over here is pretty slim.
That is true. I think if you compare it to other cars that offer you that experience, it's a bargaining anyway.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I think the thing with this car is it's similar money to a Ferrari 360 at the moment, but then again, you can go and get a Ferrari 360. To find this car, it's been a search.
But there's zero on Auto Trader.
Exactly, it's been a search, which is obviously why, yes, it was your dream car and you've had more expensive cars, but it's took you so long to find this. So I think when it does come to market, I don't think you'll struggle to get out of the car either. I think the values are going up as well.
Probably, which is the nice thing. It's always better when that happens.
The only thing I think that you'd have to work out is the fuel bill, to how much it ever goes up in value.
Yeah.
I think then you'd run a loss.
Maybe. But then you know what they say, miles per gallon.
Miles per gallon.
So we decided we'd fancy 5 guys and a little bit of food. And in order to enjoy that, we need to secure the car. The only problem, of course, is We don't have any windows. We don't have any roof, but we do have a car ready to be stolen. Now, in here, as we know, there are zip-up windows and there is a hang glider that rests on top of the car. A crashed hang glider as well. So we're going to try and fit it. Okay, so this looks like it goes here.
These YouTubers made it look a lot easier than this.
That kind of... Look at this, man. Yeah, like, am I in or am I not?
At least yours goes in.
Oh, there's a screw. It screws in, bro. Oh, now the screw's stuck. Fuck. And look. It's a zip. Oh, the screw.
You seem to be having more success than me over there, Liam.
You can't get it in.
I can't get it in the hole.
You can't find the hole.
No.
Well, it's a good job we're going to see 5 guys then. Because they'll find your hole. Most definitely. Come on. In you pup. Maybe we need the Nova after all.
We wouldn't have this trouble with the Nova, would we?
I'm not quite sure what else I can do. But the thing is, driving along, it's not going to work. Right, so in order to stop that from happening, you have Velcro. You heard it here first, Velcro. Right, I'm screwing it.
What about the bolt?
I knew it. I knew you were going to do it.
I'm in. I found it.
The hole?
I'm in the hole.
Are you screwing it?
Yeah, I'm going to screw it now. Maybe when we fit the roof.
There we go. The roof will hold it in
That'll
place.
hold it in place. That's a different type of cover.
Oh, this is a cover?
That's a different type. That's...
Oh,
yeah.
that's we
don't
have
know.
a spare wheel, although nobody knows where the wheel's meant to go because it's not for the front or the rear. And it's a different alloy. It's probably for a different car.
Maybe the wheel's for an MX-5.
How does one... Mr. Tim, if you don't mind, can we also appreciate that the boot doesn't stay up by itself? What have we got in here, Mr. Tim?
I don't know. We got some things.
That looks way longer than the roof.
I think we have to unravel this. No. And then if this.
So that front needs to go over the top.
Yeah.
So
You got
send this
those?
side to me. You need to grab your side, Mr. Tim.
Have you got your side at
I've
the
got
back?
my side. Have you got your side?
I got your side.
No,
No,
you got your side. Fuck's sake.
I've got a side.
Right, this is where you have to put the roof on first. Right,
What time is Five Guys
lo-
open till?
are we locking that? That's locked in.
That's locked in.
What happens to this thing?
That goes underneath this thing.
Mr. Tim, I don't have the facilities. There we go. Come on. Yeah, I'm in.
You're in?
Yeah. What's this?
I don't know.
You can pull it out this way. Let go of it.
No, it stops my end. Because I can pull it out my way.
No,
No, I want the ball.
I want it. This is for me. My back hurts. Time out. Good luck, Mr. Tim. Cheeseburger. Double cheeseburger.
5 hours later.
That was absolutely fantastic. I didn't consider the lack of cup holder. Tim, I don't suppose, oh my God, are you still working on it? By now I would at least expect you've installed me a cup holder. How you getting on, buddy?
It still won't line up.
Right, come on.
Come on. So, really quick job, mate. It's really easy on your own. I'll be honest. Could have been quicker with more people. I guess I'll get food now on my own, Mr. Liam. We had great fun today.
Yeah.
Is there any other cars you fancied when you was a kid?
Yep.